So there's more evidence that there may be something to study for science after all about the beginnings of life on sentient planets, and that is the dying suns may have a clue that go red giant. Because if you look at what comes into the, well, out of the vacuum really is the great red giant, and then you have it producing carbon, and it throws off some iron, and it throws off the beginnings, it throws off helium, and it throws off what are the beginnings of blood, hemoglobin with iron and all kinds of things. Plasma streams and all kinds of things begin to form and compress. So the beginning, the building blocks of life are in fact from stars. And in fact, it looks like it may be from dying stars that have that reddish sort of burn off look that ironically begins to look like blood forming. So it's quite exciting because those are things that can be looked into to see about our beginnings when biological mass begins to form and come down to have sentient life. So if you watch the other videos on the Blue Matrix Energetics info on YouTube, that playlist, you will find were moons once stars and information about stars going supernova or red giant, and also other things. There's a whole lineup of information there that is very good to review. And this new one too, on the building blocks of life and how the cosmos and stars seem to, it's not like really recycling, but it seems to be like a preservation of life when a star dies. There's all kinds of exciting things that happen. If we review, there are pieces of it, if it blows, that may hit like giant asteroids, water worlds. And what we have is Uranus, for example, is completely covered in water still. So if it was hit by a dying star, it could be another inhabitable planet if it has continents that divide. It is impregnated with the building blocks of life, like I mentioned, that dying stars or suns have, you see, which is likely what happened to Earth many, many millions of years ago. And it is also stellar nurseries may appear where there are dying suns as well. Because if you remember, we talked about what happens to a flame when it lights in the void of space. In fact, it becomes blue and there's like a circumference around it of burning light. It burns in a circumference. So if there are dying stars, in fact, that are shaking up the cosmos, it may be like striking a match in the vacuous space that causes the formation of a stellar nursery where new stars are actually born. And that is something we need more information about. But it's very exciting from a point of awakened consciousness having ascended to a higher hyperspace many times as I did many years ago to understand and to remember some of our early beginnings, which are starting to form in the mind that I have placed in various movies, film projects that I've written, TV show Luna, and also on the Ariana, Aryana Hudson YouTube channel that is quite well known now in the Starlight State blog. And I invite you to attend one of my events in person sometime when you're able to, which is found at the bottom of the Starlight State main blog pages under the blue flower. Thank you.